Three things dieters say that they don't mean. Number one, I'm just going to accept my fat self. This is incorrect. It is something people say that they don't mean because it is just wrong. First of all, if it were true, it would have happened already. Everybody goes around saying they've tried every diet, and that if they try something, if they try one more and it doesn't work, they're going to give up. But of course, this is like someone who makes a call that's saying they're going to kill themselves. They would have done it already. They wouldn't have. Instead, what they're really trying to say is they want attention. So this is an elaborate form of crying out for help. The thing that drove you to try all those diets and fail is the thing that is going to drive you on to your success. You just have to be at a mature place in life where you can understand total absolution and resolute peace. Those are the things that come over you when you are ready to really lose weight. That feeling of resolve inside that says, I'm going to lose weight because I know I have to, and I've made peace with the sacrifice involved. When you get that solemn peace that comes over you, and you're able to make peace with it, that's how you know that you're going to succeed, because you've counted the cost. You've been mature about it. It's not something impulsive. You're not doing it because, or for vanity reasons. You're not doing it because it'll be cool. You're doing it because you know you need to, and you're at a mature place in life where you can accept that. And it does require the right frame of mind. Number two, I'm just going to ignore the scale. This is another one that is incorrect. We've all said it, but it's just an elaborate form of denial. You're not going to ignore the scale if you're mature, like we mentioned in the last point. If you are ready to make the sacrifices that weight loss entails, then you know that every time you see the scale, there will not be a loss. Be mature about it. This is like growing up and realizing that people die. When you're a child, you think that people live forever. When you get to a certain age, you realize mom and dad are not going to be around forever. You realize that sweet aunt and sweet uncle are history. They died long ago. Nobody told you because you were too little to understand. But you're going to face the fact that when you see the scale, sometimes there will not be a loss. Sometimes there will be a gain. Sometimes you'll be carrying around more water when you're on your way down, which is why I go back and say over and over, you should not weigh every day. You should weigh once a week. You will feel more mentally secure, and you'll feel better, and you'll see losses in a more recognizable format. Plus, you'll be less obsessed. Don't weigh every day. Go watch my video about the subject. You're supposed to be weighing once a week. Number three, I'm going to eliminate insert food item here for good this time. This is one of those things that people say that they don't mean because they're going to find out they're being, well, immature. They're getting on another health kick. They're saying, well, it's time for me to just remove all cheese. It's time for me to remove all dairy. It's time for me to remove all meat. It's time for me to remove the gluten. Unless you have an allergy or some recognized reason, unless, for instance, you're a vegan and you have an ethical objection, unless you have a real reason, a substantiatable reason to eliminate a food item, don't do it. Stop eliminating food items because it's not going to give you a bottom line improvement. And if there is something that is a trigger food you're worried about, you had better make peace with it and acknowledge it as a trigger food and understand that you need to conquer it because you're going to have to conquer it eventually. Go back to my video on the cardinal principles of weight loss. You're going to eat what is around you. That's one of the rules. So stop thinking you can eliminate food groups. You don't mean it. You're going to break down. That, by the way, is one of the biggest things that people email me about consistently now. And they say, I've tried keto, but I can't keep doing it. And that's always the way it is. You're going to come back to the fact that you're going to eat what is around you. Stop eliminating food groups. Stop kidding yourself about it because you're just denying the inevitable. So remember these three things, and you will find that your journey is more honest on your way downward in pounds.